Hello, this is Dr. Alise with the Alise Spiritual Healing and Wellness Center, and I'm coming to you today because we received four life questions in for me to answer. The first question is from Charlotte in Tennessee. Okay, she didn't put her city, but that's okay. We know you are from Tennessee. Question is, should I end a relationship if my partner is draining me emotionally? I feel completely responsible for his happiness and well being. He constantly tells me he doesn't know how he would make it without me. Charlotte, how did you find yourself in this situation? Whether this is, in this situation, it's a guy. I've also seen it to where, guys feel the same way about their um, their female partner as well. So I'm just gonna approach this whether it's male or female. When you're in a relationship, it's very important to understand that happiness is an inside job. You can't make him happy. He can't make you happy because that's something that's on the inside. You don't want to assign or give that much power away to someone else. It sounds like your partner needs to do some soul searching and reconnect with God, reconnect with the Spirit, reconnect with the great divine to see how He is beautifully and wonderfully made. Now, when it comes to a relationship, Charlotte, I can't make this decision for you. You're going to have to assess your situation and do what's best for you. If you feel the need that this is a relationship that you need to end, hey, I'm not judging you. But I will say this, it's very important for you to consider making sure you get to know a person to kind of see what is his mission, like what is his life purpose. You need to talk more about it before just jumping into a relationship, because when people start telling you they don't know what they're going to do without you, then that's a sure telltale sign that there's something off in their spiritual walk. I hope that this answered your question. Thanks so much for sending in your question. Now let me move on to question number 2. Question number 2 is from Derek in Atlanta, Georgia. What is the fastest way to learn about my girlfriend's true personality before getting married? Derek, I know you may not like this advice, but I'm going to keep it real with you. I'm going to keep it real with you. Keep Peter in the gate. If you can, try to refrain from, taking it into the bedroom right away. You learn a lot about people through listening to them, through getting to know how they will handle situations. Um, I have a couple of questions for you. I don't know the full story here, but if she's in your city and you're dating, then you need to consider having more than just dates. You need to have coffee talks or tea talks or whatever you want to call it, and see how she handles other conversations outside of the relationship in which you guys have developed or are beginning to develop. So the fastest way to learn about your girlfriend's true personality, man, time tells everything. And if you're meeting someone on the regular, it takes at least 1 year to kind of get to know how that individual is. You want to make sure you're looking at all areas of that person. Now, you need to definitely focus on the spiritual piece to kind of see what her belief system look like, because you want to make sure you're marrying someone who believe in the same things as you, because if you guys don't have that same spiritual belief system, then you might be in trouble. Some things she does you may not like. Some things you do she may not like. I mean, you're going to have that anyways, but it shouldn't be where you're breaking up over small things. So again, as the leader, as the spiritual leader, future spiritual leader in the relationship, you want to make sure that your game is tight too. So Derek, if you want loyalty, if you want love, respect, all the non-tangibles, it starts with you. Work on you, and you will attract the things that you need. I hope that this answered your question. If you have any further questions, you know what to do. Moving on to question number 3. This question is from Troy from Los Angeles, California. What are the important things to consider while choosing a life partner? Ooh, Troy, that's a deep question. You really need to spend some time with you, Troy, and see what it is that you need before you can choose someone else. Now, if you're looking for a life partner, it's very important for you to know your own life mission, and you need to make sure that that person is aware of her own life mission. Now, when it comes to a true partnership, each person has a life mission. We're all born with a unique life purpose. So you got to make sure she supports that. Not just financially, but we're talking about physically, emotionally, spiritually. She has to be all in with what you're doing, because that's your life purpose. The same thing has to happen for you. You have to be all in personally, financially, emotionally. And what I find with women is, out of all those things that you got to be in, they really want that emotional support. Some women have their own money, and you have to be okay if her life purpose attracts a lot of money. You have to be okay with that. If your life purpose allows you to travel a lot, you have to make sure you have a partner that's okay with that. So these are conversations that you need to ask during the dating phase. When you're going on your dates, your main objective should not be, going into that bedroom. That should be the least thing you should be worried about. I mean, that's people tell you, hey, the older you get, sex is like 10%. For some people, it's 5%. Some people, it's 20%. But you want to make sure that every other aspect is in place before you commit to someone. You want to make sure that that person has a growth mindset, because life is going to, bring things to us. We're going to lose people. We're going to lose jobs. We're going to have a birth. We may gain some new family members that we may not even know about. I mean, you never know what the universe will serve us. We just don't know. but you have to be prepared. So you want to see how that person is able to cope with life changes. You want to know what their faith is like. Trying to think here. What are some important things to consider when choosing a life partner? I'm going to take it back to the spiritual and the emotional piece. You know, you got to make sure that you are emotionally intelligent to where you're uplifting your partner. And the same thing in return. You got to make sure that this person is uplifting you, no matter what kind of mistake you're going to make. Because at the end of the day, nobody is perfect. But it's how you handle, how you encourage, how you show compassion and grace and respect to each other. Women are looking for love. Men are called to love. Women are called to respect. That simple. It's that simple. So I'm just going to say, those are some things you may want to look out for when choosing a life partner. You want to make sure that you guys are compatible in every area of your life. Typically when you build a partnership, you guys go into business together. Or it may be that you may not go into business together, but you may help each other with your businesses. I don't know how your partnership will look, but you want to make sure that you have many connections so that there's a lot of things that you can talk about. When there's a breakdown in one area, you can move forward and just focus on the areas that are good. But if you only have a connection with a person and is based upon the physical, meaning sexual, then there's not enough connections to keep the relationship going. So that's just something to think about. We have this resource here at the Alise Spiritual Healing and Wellness Center. It's called For the Love of You, How to Navigate Relationships with Spiritual Eyes. If you're interested in it, you can find it on Amazon.com, or you can just go to our website at www.AliseHealingCenter.com. Thanks so much for your question, Troy. Moving on to the last question. Question number 4. This question is from Tracy in Charlotte, North Carolina. We've been together for over a year, and I'm deeply in love with him. Should I make him choose between me and his wife? Girl, I'm going to have to drink my green tea frappuccino off of this one. First of all, y'all ain't been together for over a year because he's married. You can't even count anything official. It is what it is. I want to know, why did you jump into this connection? Now, I do know that on a spiritual level, there are sometimes situations that happen like this where it's just meant to happen in that way. There's a spiritual lesson behind it. But you can't do this. You can't make nobody do anything that they don't want to do. Should you make him choose between you and his wife? I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know how long he's been married. He's going to choose that wife. Right now, that man is winning. He got security at home, and then he got you as the side piece. What you getting out of the deal? So, I'm gonna turn this back over to you, Tracy. Why are you choosing a married man? What's your motive? Now, I've seen cases where married men come on to you. He initiates everything. I get it. I'm not judging you, but I am saying that you need to dig deeper into the situation, because you are worthy of love, true love, not someone else's husband. Now, if you did it just to have an experience, hey, charge it to the game, repent, and sin no more. Don't do that again. But you have to know that this is something that this man has been doing, or there are some emotional issues going on, and you want to really ask yourself, is this something that you really want for yourself? You got to do what's best for you. Let that lady have her problem, okay? I hope that this answered your question. If you have any further questions, please send them to AskDrAlise@gmail.com. Remember, you are loved, you are valued, and you are competent. Now, peep it. Here goes the secret on how to keep it real. Take some time alone so you can chill. It don't take a lot of time to know the deal. Must be ready to hear the truth. For loving you, for loving you. If you love you, you will get the same vibe. So go find your tribe. Love yourself instead of your pride. For the love of you. You are worth it. You are loved. You are valued. You, for the love of you. All the times that I thought with you, when I'm alone with you.